Hello YouTubers, I wanted to give you a little, I lost some footage on this next video I shot on changing the HEI cap and rotor out of my 2004 Silverado V6, Vortec V6. And I lost some video and I wanted to show it to you. Can't blame the camera, it's probably me. I push the button on the back and I can read the record up there, and I must have pushed it and not pushed it hard enough, or something happened, it didn't record. But I wanted to go through a few things that you couldn't see. Some of the stuff you couldn't see because I had a long flannel shirt on and the cuffs were in the way. It was 60 degrees out, it was cold, I wasn't going to be shooting that video without some kind of flannel on. I don't think I could have shot all the close-ups that I wanted to show you how difficult that was taking off, but I'll try to go through a few with you. I'm going to show you here on the bench real quick like, and then we'll start the video up here. I just wanted to go through a few things that that was kind of important. I use this to take the cap off with. It's got a small and it's got a skinny shaft, and it fit down here next to the cap grate, especially the one on the back side. You can see that it fits down there pretty good. Now you can use a bigger one. This is the one that fits on a 1/4 inch drive, and that will fit down in there, but it's got to be right up against. You can see it's right up against the cap. It will work. And that was the hardest one to get, is that one on the farthest, on the back side by the firewall. When I put that cap on, I was talking, but you couldn't hear me. I put the front one in first, got it started, didn't torque it down. Then I got the back one started up and then I made sure that the cap was centered and everything was right. Then I tightened the back one down, then I tightened the front one down. And the other part I wanted to go through is the rotor. Now the rotor, if you look underneath here, it's the same. It's got a little tag there, a little pin there, and a little pin there. You have to see how you take this off. Mine was pointing towards the firewall, so I know when I put the new one on, it was towards the firewall. Well, if you didn't pay attention to where this was at, this is how mine was situated. You can situate it this way, which would make it out of time. So these two little deals down here, you can make that out of time. On some of the caps, usually they have a notch that it fits down in there. The rotor caps have a notch, or they have a little piece underneath it. And there might be a square on this side and a round one on this side, so when you put it on top of the rotor mount, you won't get it 180 degrees out, so or out of time. So it's very important you see how this one comes out. These really itty bitty screws. The screws to the distributor caps were T20s, and the screws to the rotor were T15s. These are really small. These T15 is, and just make sure that you have you're lined up straight and into the groove, so that when you take it off, that it comes out right. And I didn't explain sometime on that either about the why I was doing this. When it would rain or it was damp, my truck would miss. I had pulled a couple codes. I can't remember what was a P something code that it showed. The idiot light came up on the dash, a little engine, that it was misfiring. It was misfiring that bad a few times. I sprayed some WD-40 on it. It worked for about a day, but then it started up the next time next day when I fired up the truck, it would miss. It was kind of sporadic. Sometimes it would miss on those damp days, and sometimes it wouldn't. So I changed the distributor cap off. You see on the video how ashy that was and everything, and the price difference between the cap with the copper versus the aluminum was, you know, $6-7, $5-6-7. It's not that much difference in price. Search around there. There are places that had those ACCEL Cap. It was really expensive. It was like, I don't know, $49 or something, and I think I paid like $39 or something like that. Just got to kind of search around. I found mine on eBay from a reputable dealer. I always look and see if they have any negatives and stuff before I mean, obvious negatives on some that I would never order from. So it's up to you. I got the cap. It was in nice shape. Is somebody that had a lot of sales under their belt on eBay, so I bought it. I bought the rotor. It was usually $20. Other places I picked it up for $10. That was a really good deal. So I'm going to show you the video from the beginning. I just wanted to throw this in there. Some things that I didn't touch on. Take your time when you do this. It's really uncomfortable laying on that engine. When I broke off, when I used the side cutters to take those 3 clamps off the back, I took the harness and I pulled it towards myself very carefully so that I could get the distributor cap out of the way. So that being said, watch the video. All right, thank you. Bye. Okay, didn't have this thing on. This thing is all ashy. See all the white powder? That's aluminum. And the rotor, it's all chewed up. This is only like a year or so old. So I got a ACCEL cap. It's brass pickups. I got an ACCEL rotor. That's got brass pickups too. And there's the coil. I pulled the coil wire off here at the coil. I'm going to put this back on the cap when I put it back in there, because I can barely reach this thing here after laying on top of this here. So let me set up my tripod and you can see what I'm doing after this. Use my step ladder to get up here because I'm too short. Okay. Right up here where I can see them. Right there where I can get at them. Okay. This coil wire comes up around here. Heard this thing fall. Oh man. Belly flop up over the top here. Just starting it. Just starting it. Back one. It's gonna be a little bigger. Make sure you're right in there. I don't know if you can see or not. Okay, it's in. Wow. Tell you what, this ain't fun. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Gotta give my stomach a little bit of a rest here. Now let's put the wires back on. I've got them numbered. Get myself up in here. Oh, God. Okay, see, there's one that doesn't have a work on. It should be number 3. There's 3. There's 3. Knocked out this little breather thing over here, pulling out this part of this electric. It's hard to get this electric deal. I'll show you what I did. Probably not. Couldn't figure out how to get these clips apart, so I had to actually cut the plastic. Probably wasn't a good thing to do, but I'll put some zip ties on there. All right. So those are all in. Flashlight. Make sure. Same. Those are all in the same. Alright. Pull your thing out of the intake. Get all this shit out of here. See if it starts up. If it starts up for a second, runs, I'll shut it off, and then I'll put all the rest of the stuff off and show you what I removed. Hey! Oh my God. Alright, let's see if it'll start. Get everything out of the way. Okay. Woohoo, it started. Okay. I'll throw this stuff over here again. Kind of back you up here to show you how I did this. There we go. Put my pad on there. It's my rubber knee pad. And I just threw a blanket over the top because I've got this little front hook deal. I'll take you with me and show you what I had to move out of the way. This is real interesting here. Oh, I gotta get myself up onto here. Okay. So on these, it had these little clips. These things here, it snaps over the top. Hang on. These things that snap over the top. Well, I couldn't get them unhooked. So I did get my side cutters and I cut one here. There's one here. And then there's one up here. So I'm going to get some zip ties and zip tie these down. I couldn't get the stupid things off, so I had to cut them. I don't know, maybe somebody out there. I couldn't find any place out there that showed me how to get these stupid clips off. I'm not really sure. I'll have to ask my brother. But now I got everything in here. I can take the tape off here. Take the tape off. Alright. That's that. I got two back here somewhere. Oh boy, I tell you. This is a trip. The truck would miss when it got wet. Now I can see why. And I don't know what I did with that cap. Rotor. It's around here somewhere. Here it is. Yeah. This cap, Dan said he just put it on, so this thing probably has less than 10,000 miles on it. Let's get that thing out of here. Look how all this stuff that was in here, these little particles, was in that distributor. I took my air tank and my nozzle and I blew all that little aluminum shavings out of the inside of the distributor before I put the cap on. And you got to reuse these screws for your other distributor cap, and they give you an extra one in it for the ACCEL one. This is a, I don't know, Delco or something. But you know, I looked at the price of these Delcos. The Delcos were like $36, and the ACCEL was like $38, $39. And this has aluminum in it, and that one in there has brass, and the rotor is brass. I don't know if this one's brass or not. This one kind of looks like it might be brass. So the big difference is, look how ashy that is. Look how that is. That's after a year. That's that aluminum oxidizes. So let's hope this ACCEL distributor cap works better. It was, you know, a few bucks more, and it has better post on it, so that's why I went with that. Years ago I put ACCELs on my cars, and they seemed to run a lot better. It lasted a lot longer too, so a few bucks more you spend on a better cap, there's less time you're going to have to change it out. So, alright, well, I'm going to put all this back together, and I'll just leave you here and you can watch me do it. Just the air intake and stuff. Glad I got this done. Because what I saw on YouTube, it wasn't any fun, and it wasn't any fun. This is not fun. This is not fun. I do like working on cars. Can't be wrong, I do. This one was kind of a real pain in the ass. Ugh. Well, alright. Let's go to the top here. Okay, gotta make sure I get all. Oh, I didn't knock anything off. Make sure I didn't knock anything loose. It isn't supposed to be loose. Missed all the fun. Putting the, you should see this distributor. You got a minute? Yeah. Look at this cap I just took off here. Yeah, that was my neighbor Chris. There's a bolt. This one here. There's a bolt back in there. Right there. See it? Let's see if I can see it. It's right there. That one there. I started taking this one off. That's not it. It's this one here. So it holds this down. So take that one off, not that other one. This one here. Yep, there's okay. Yeah. Take this one off.
I'll have to tighten that other one back up again. This has different things at different years. Way of getting the snorkel off, so you just gotta kind of search around. I thought it might have been that other screw, but I couldn't see that other one until you're like standing on your head. So there it is. I'll tighten up that other one, and then we should be ready to go. Put the tube on, the air intake tube. I guess I am recording. Am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. Hey, look at that. I am recording. Okay, so I got that one on there. Let's check it again. Alright. Let's get one size down. I think that's what that other one was. Alright, that's tight. Alright, so this goes up in here. This way it goes. Next side like this. See if that's in there, right? Looks to be in there, right? Back you up a little bit. The rotor had a couple extra screws in it. I didn't look at those other screws. I might have put those in wrong. Hang on a second. Let me check my air cleaner again. I think I checked it earlier this year. In the ACCEL cap, or the rotor box, there's the rotor 30141 V6 V8, and then here is the GM Vortec V6. But they gave you these two screws and this little one. So this is what the small screw was that came out of the rotor, so they gave you an extra one here. But you got to remember, you don't put these in through that rotor, that new rotor. Reuse the screws, and if you lose one, you can have one here. I'll probably keep these other screws here, extra ones that I have, put those in my toolbox. But yeah, this ACCEL was, what did I say, $5-6 more, something like that. But it's a good deal. I started on that milk crate, it started sliding out, so I had to get the step ladder up here and then lay across the top of the engine, which wasn't fun. So I'll check the air cleaner here before I go. Alrighty, skip forward. Well, it wasn't an easy job by any means. Wasn't easy. Laying across that engine at 62 is not my idea of having fun. But it works. I got it in. Glad I changed it. So if you get a chance, when you need to change your ACCEL plug or ACCEL parts, rotor and cap versus standard General Motors aluminum cap, I think it's a kind of a no-brainer there. So I think I'll have to title this one General Motors cap versus an ACCEL cap. You know, 'cause the ACCEL cap is just that much better, and it's a few bucks more. So this is Selling Guy 60. Another one in the bucket. I'll be posting this one in a few days. after I feel better. I think I'm going to be kind of a sore puppy tomorrow. Good thing I got a soft stomach. See ya. Bye.